Frank, you mentioned that Aspilicueta had a slight problem. Is there anything that you'll be too worried about for Brighton?
Hopefully not, because he felt it from Tottenham and came off towards the end, and then at Southampton he was feeling it during the game. And, as I say, with Reece James injured, the options are less, and he's a fighter, so he stayed on. But today he says that he felt better, so I hope so. Fingers crossed it'll be more precautionary that we had Lamptey in the squad today, and hopefully Aspie will be all right.
How long is Reece James out, Frank? Okay.
Hopefully a week or 10 days. Yeah, he's had a bit of a niggle around his ankle injury, which he had surgery on in pre-season, so that was a bit of a worry. But the doctors are saying at the moment it'll be a week or so.
And Alonso still?
Alonso's similar. It's a back, top of the glute kind of muscle injury, but I think they're both in a similar boat. Not terrible injuries, but obviously missing at a pretty crucial time.
Can I just ask you about Hudson-Odoi, because it looks like he's been having a little bit of a tough time lately. Simon wrote a piece about the fact that maybe he's taken a few things on social media on board and struggling a bit with that. How is he?
I've not spoken to him about that, and unfortunately with social media that's par for the course. It doesn't make it right or wrong, and I haven't seen it, but that's something that unfortunately you have to have a very thick skin about. But I said it after the Southampton game, and he's a young player. He's 19 years of age, just had a lot of talk about him for different reasons, which is not all of he's doing. There's been a big microscope on him, and I think we actually do have to give him time and patience at how young he is. So I've got no problems with him. I thought he did well when he came on today. I think that should be a nice little booster for him. I think Chelsea fans will be absolutely behind him. They want to see passion. They want to see all those things, as well as his ability to go by people, which he's got. So he needs to understand what's needed, and he's working on that constantly. And I'll back him and work with him on that.
Is the whole Bayern Munich thing from last year not helped him really, because it's created a hype around him, not his own fault?
I'm not sure, but if that is the case, I think that will quite quickly go away. If it is, and it's up to him to put that to bed. He signed a really long contract here, declared he wants to be here. We're happy, but now he has to produce. So, but as I say, at 19, I think it's a lot to say. One performance or something where he plays the other day and comes in from being out of the team, you must produce instantly, or you're going to get social media giving it to you. I think we have to be level-headed. I'll certainly try and protect him against that. And as I say, little snippets like today, coming on and looking bright and going by people and hitting a couple of crossfield passes, he needs to do a lot more, but he absolutely has the talent to do a lot more.
Is it consistency for him? Because I guess he's at an age where he probably wants to be playing everywhere. Maybe we're asking too much, because at 19 there are not many in the Premier League that are playing every week, especially at a club like ourselves. He does have competition in those areas, so his consistency needs to be how he works. It needs to be how he trains every day, how much pressure he puts on me to play him, to then get into the team. So yeah, I think that is one thing that he'll strive for. But from all the conversations I've had with him in the last 2 weeks, and I've had a few, he understands what he needs to do on and off the pitch. And again, I will certainly stick with him.
In the middle there.
So Frank, Graham Potter and somebody's supposed to step up from the Championship. Like you, can you evaluate the challenge you'll face on Tuesday and the challenge that he's faced in making that challenge?
Yeah, well, it'll be a really tough match. I've got huge respect for him, from playing against his team last year twice. And seeing what he's done with Brighton, it's not easy to change, really affect a style of play, and I think it's been quite clear that he's done that, and there'll be a lot of work there. He's done. I've seen him. I've actually watched back the game that they played against Arsenal a few weeks ago, where they come here and really control big elements of the game. So I'm under no illusions of how hard it'll be. I think he's done a great job to affect that change, and yeah, I think it'll be really tough for us.
Matt?
Frank, it's New Year's Day coming up and it's crystal ball time and all the rest of it. With your young players 12 months older and a transfer window open again, can you go into 2021 as title contenders again?
For next season?
Looking in the next 12 months, do you think?
I definitely don't want to declare that at this point. I think we've got Liverpool might have something to say about it. They're 20 points more than that. So they've got, yeah, sure. And listen, that has to be the aim. And I think what the transfer ban was one thing. It gave us a chance to, I'm talking about myself and the staff, to look at the players, see what we've got, look at the youth, and I think that's been good. And the more and more I see us play, and the good and the bad, you change your feelings about how you want to go forward. But the end game will still be the same. Once we can start bringing players in and the young players mature and get better, hopefully, we want to bridge that gap to go up there. Whether that can happen next year, I don't know. That will depend on the work we do and how quickly it hits home. But I'll certainly not leave any stone unturned
in how I try and work to get us there. But there are loads and too many variables. We'll have to get recruitment right. That will be a huge deal. To not just be whoever the individual is or are that come in, but it's can they help influence the way we want to play and improve the way we want to play, because I've got a clear idea of what that is. And it didn't look like the first 30 minutes today, but we've shown at times this year that we've got a chance.
Okay, we'll do two more. I'm going to finish in the middle and then to Nick to end.
Can I ask you about...
Hang on, Matt. He's first. Matt, go on.
Could you just clarify the Pulisic injury as well?
Yeah, it's a small hamstring where I wouldn't even call it an injury, because after the Southampton game, the lads did some strides and he felt a cramp in his hamstring and he was heavily strapped. He's trained a couple of days since that at quite a low level. For me, it was more precautionary today to keep him out of it. You know, we need our wingers, we need them going into a really important period, so he was out for that.
Okay, finish over here, Matt.
Frank, with sort of the transfer window open again as of Wednesday, can I ask you about recruitment and your role in it? There have been accusations, I think, in the past that Chelsea are always joined up in their thinking. Is it important that they are joined up, and where do you fit in?
Yeah. Well, we are certainly joined up, and I know we haven't done anything yet, so there's no proof in that, but we are joined up in terms of I have very close conversations with Marina. I have very close conversations with Peter Cech and Scott, who's the head of our recruitment department. They know what I want, and I'll be fundamentally in the middle of who and what we bring into the club. So as it stands, we're very, very open about that. So if it feels right from my side on a footballing point in January, from the club side on a club point in January, then we'll make the moves we make. But it is a joint up effort.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you all. Cheers. Thank you.